Today I have a Yamaha engined, tuned by Yamaha, Toyota Corolla. This is a car few people would recognize if it drove past them, but it's a very rare, very special version of the Corolla, the T Sport. The engine has high lift cams. It operates in a similar way to how VTEC does. I'm very excited to drive it. This is not a normal car review. This is Steering Feel Review, my series where I talk about how cars feel. A massive thanks to Jason for bringing this car down today. If you're local and would like to see your car on Steering Feel Review, use the links in the description or send me an Instagram DM. Here's everything I test for steering feel. Every one of those is a chapter down below, so you can skip to the section you're most interested in. At the end of the video, I'll give you my thoughts on the car as a whole, as well as giving it a score for spirited driving and normal driving exclusively for the steering. The wheelbase is 2,600 millimeters, which for a small, compact car from the early 2000s is actually quite a long wheelbase. The steering rack ratio is 17.4 to 1, which is one of the slowest steering racks I've ever tested or driven or experienced. Let's get out on the road, starting with spirited driving in a Corolla T Sport. Let's go. I just kissed the rev limiter. A great amount of power for the road and for a little hot hatch. I've got some thoughts about the steering, I will tell you about it. But first, my favourite corner. Don't drive like that on the road, kids. What about the directness? Directness is a measure of how responsive the steering is, how quickly the car turns when you turn the steering wheel. This rack feels quite slow. It's one of the big differences between this and a Civic Type R. The off-center response is not it. This feels like a default Toyota Corolla steering rack, which is a shame. Like, that's not even wiggling me really. How much do I need to wiggle? Yeah, like that's what I need to wiggle. That's a slow rack. And you also notice it when driving, like to get around corners, especially tighter ones, I'm having to crank the wheel like way past a quarter turn. It's a slow rack. And what about the weighting? Weight is all about how light or heavy the steering is, and how that changes the harder you turn the steering wheel. I'm quite confident this is a default base model Corolla steering rack. Because it doesn't take any effort. It is very light. Some cars that have very satisfying weighting, the more you turn the steering wheel, the more that weighting ramps up. And while there's a little bit, there's not a lot in this car. Yeah, I don't like the weighting of this steering. It's very light and disconnected. Like, that's not okay. And before anybody says this car is broken, because every time I'm negative about a steering, that's what people say. This car is not broken. It just has a standard Corolla steering rack from 25 years ago. What about the texture? Texture is all about the feeling of the road through your hands. The texture could be this car's saving grace. See, the thing is, sorry, I'm just gonna enjoy this. I don't even know if the steering is hydraulic, but it feels like it is. There's some when going straight, like the wheel is buzzing. It's giving me a little bit of feedback. I can feel the bumps in the road. That part's pretty good. I wish there were more texture. I wish when I turned into the corner, I could feel the flex in the sidewall of the tire. We've gone through a few mixed conditions today. There's been some sections of road that were wet, some sections that were dry. And at no point did it tell me in the steering that was the case. Unfortunate downside is that the texture is probably the best part of this steering. That kind of just tells you how impressed I am with the steering for spirited driving. It's like this light, floaty, disconnected, weird character. Kind of feels like a modern electric rack. This car reminds me so much of Honda Civic Type R. It's the same idea. Your normal, practical family hatchback with an engine that's got character and a bit of poke. The downside is Honda Civic Type R's steering is more sorted. It's more direct, and it offers a similar level of feedback, and it doesn't have this light, disconnected feeling. Let's talk about normal driving. What is a T Sport like at high speeds on motorways and highways? Why have 6 gears and give me this gearing at 70 miles an hour? I just don't get it. This is not good. The car feels about how you would expect a car of this size and shape to feel. It's relatively stable. I feel like the steering's a bit quicker maybe at higher speeds. There's a bit more wind noise than I would like, but I have a feeling that's coming from these wind deflectors. The steering also gets lighter the faster you go, so it adds a little to that nervous character. It's not bad. It's about what you would expect for the size of car. What is a T Sport like to drive around town? I honestly think this is the best part of the car. The suspension is like pretty supple and compliant. Just a Corolla, like it's just a nice everyday car. The steering at these speeds is a little heavier, but being heavier than extremely light is still pretty light. It's one of the rare cars that is an old car, which doesn't feel old. It feels quite modern in the way it drives down these roads. There's an ease and a lightness. It's lovely. The only downside around town is that this steering is so slow. I actually notice it around town. It's quite rare for that to happen. What's the self-centering like? A bit weird. What is this car like to park? That steering rack has a lot of lock. You've got to go around and around and around. It's not heavy though. It's not bad. It's quite light. It's quite easy to use. I like the way this car drives around town. There's a few little foibles, but generally the character is comfortable and easy and light. The downside is, when driving spiritedly, the character is also light and easy and nice. Before I do the scores, I'll tell you about the car as a whole. There's a very simple way to summarize this car. This is a 25-year-old Corolla. The plastics, the seats, the noise, the steering, the suspension, the brakes, almost every part of this car feels like a 25-year-old Toyota Corolla. And then it feels like it's just been engine swapped. They've just put this absolute peach, 190 horsepower, 1.8, high lift cam, feels like it shouldn't exist. It feels home built. Not in the sense of like it feels bad, but just it's wrong. It doesn't feel like something a manufacturer would do. I mean, if you look at the Civic Type R, they do a similar thing, but they then change other pieces too. They upgrade the suspension, they widen the track. This car feels like they've done absolutely nothing else apart from swap the engine. The result that you get is this like economy car driving experience. Because it's a Toyota, it doesn't feel that cheap. Like, yeah, this is old school materials. This is 25-year-old stuff. But look at these window switches, all auto. That would have been a big deal in 2003. Climate control that's electronic and has air conditioning. So it just feels like an economy Toyota, which if you think about it is actually the best type of normal car that's been engine swapped. It's such a weird car. What does annoy me massively, and this is a pet peeve of mine, is the gearing. The top of second is like 65, and then third is also way too long. I think the top of third is like 90. Bruh, why? If you're giving me a 6-speed, don't give me 5-speed gearing in second and third. I don't need to be going almost 100 miles an hour at the top of third. Honda Civic, that is the one part of it that is so much better. The part that then really annoys me is that sixth is also too short. It spins 3,500 RPM at 70. Don't make second and third long and then sixth short. That's a big pet peeve of mine. Okay, what about the steering? The spirited driving score for this car's steering is a 4 out of 10. The directness is some of the worst I've yet seen. The weighting reminds me of a Golf GTI. It does have some texture, which is the only thing kind of redeeming it. It's just not very good. What about normal driving? I think I'd give this car a 5 out of 10. I think it's perfectly average. It's better around town and parking and city, and it takes on a slightly nervous character at higher speeds, which I don't love. Averaging it out to a 5 is fair. I really enjoyed driving this car. I think it was fun. It was enjoyable. It makes a great noise. It's not a super engaging car to drive. YouTube really thinks you should watch this video next, but I think if you enjoyed this video, go and watch Honda Civic Type R. That is the perfect next watch because it's such a similar yet different car. My name is Mick. I drive cars. Peace.